Right guys, now welcome to method 1 of obtaining the comprehensive exclusive colour black stretch from the Salvatore's Call a Meeting mission. This method is definitely more advanced than method 2, but it allows you to keep whatever you're saving in Portland at the time of obtaining this car. We're going to get this car and basically get it to Shoreside Vale so we can save it there, and then we're going to come back and that'll be it really. So what we need to do now is we need to get to the line runner truck, which is literally just parked beside these trailers, as I'll show you now. Just go here and then here and you'll find it. I'm going to cut the video a little bit because it was really long and YouTube wouldn't let me upload it full. So basically when you're in this truck, get it over to Joey's garage. So when you're at Joey's garage, now you need to go round the back. You can judge where I am by the pink dot on the map. Go round the back of Joey's garage like this. Park the line runner against the edge, just like this. Make sure it's right up, like that. Now get any car, even a Stallion or a Manana will do. So just get anything. As you can see, I've got a Stallion, which is absolutely fine. Now this is one of the tricky parts of the quest. We need to try and glitch our way into Joey's garage. It works on every version of the game, so don't worry about it. What you need to do is you need to jump onto the line runner, like this. Now you need to get to the roof of the line runner. Now just keep jumping, and you should glitch through this roof into Joey's garage. Sometimes it takes a while, but if you go in the direction this way, it normally works like this. Now face against the wall, jump again, and now run against the wall and then fall down. If you want, rewind the video, check where I'm facing on the radar, and you'll tell what I mean. So now that's the grey pit hell. Do not fall down there because you'll spawn back outside the garage again. As you can see, this is inside Joey's garage. Nothing's real, everything's for scenery, except this beautiful comprehensive exclusive coloured gloss black stretch. Just reverse the stretch and you'll fall through grey hell and you'll spawn back outside on the ground. So what we need to do now is drive to the slip road under Callahan Bridge to the dock, just like the exclusive colour, permanent colour, unique silver Manana. Now what we need to do is we need to park the stretch there, and then we have to glitch our way to Staunton Island, bring a boat back, and then push the stretch all the way to Staunton Island, beach it, drive it all the way to Shoreside Vale through the finished porter tunnel. So park the stretch around here, like that, and now get yourself to Harwood. As you can see, on my game a Banshee didn't spawn, so I had to use something else. For some reason this happens sometimes, a Banshee just doesn't spawn, so I'm going to get a taxi, because a taxi is a good alternative, or a police car, anything like that will do. Drive to the porter tunnel, just like this. This is basically now the same method as the Manana, so you know this will be exactly the same in terms of procedure. The only thing is the stretch is much harder to push through the water because it's a much heavier car, so you're going to have a bit of a tougher time getting this one. And also, you know, tipping it upside down is a disaster. I'll explain later. So go parallel to this line, and as soon as the back wheels are off the edge, you need to make sure that you're off the edge as well. So I did that too early. Do it now, you'll fall through to grey hell. Now you're on top of the porter tunnel, you can run to Staunton Island. I don't know why I keep saying Shoreside Vale for no reason. But I was explaining that the stretch is much heavier than the Manana. You can't push it anywhere near as quickly through the water. And if it's upside down, it's a nightmare to flip over again. So if you push the stretch into the water and it's 180 degrees upside down, then I think you should just restart the whole procedure. Because to be honest, there's nothing worse than actually getting to the location and you can't beach the stretch because it's upside down, and it's a frickin' pain in the arse to actually flip it, and it's very unlikely anyway, unless the weather is extremely rough and aggressive, you're not going to have any chance of doing it. So to be honest, I think if the stretch is upside down in the water, just redo the whole procedure, you won't regret it. So yeah, we just have to keep running until we get to a safe spot to jump off. Usual safe spot, I think, is just sort of near Fort Staunton, not quite at Fort Staunton, because you'll get shot at by the Colombian cartel, and if you died doing this, it'll be a really bad day for you. Let me just tell you that now. It'll be frustrating to the bone. So if I were you, go a little bit north of Fort Staunton, so quite near the stadium area, and you'll be completely safe from the Colombians to at least get a car of some kind. And you need to really quickly drive to Newport, because they will shoot you like crazy, because they have AKs. So this sort of road is probably quite a good place, or a bit above, doesn't matter. Jump off, and you'll end up just outside the hospital, which is perfect. So just get a car from the car park so you don't get shot. Well, you're not going to die, I don't think, if you get shot, but it's just a bit dangerous. Now we're going to drive to Newport. So hopefully when I do this quest, hopefully my Manana will still be in Shoreside Vale's garage. Bet it will be. So up Newport's just ahead. And now we have to go to the docks, just sort of east of Newport, which is down here. As I said, this place becomes quite an important place later, so there aren't any spoilers here yet. So what you have to do now is just go down to the dock, steal the police boat, get back to where the stretch is. I'm going to cut the video there as well, because this video is a long one, especially for YouTube, because it's a big file. So yep, get in the police boat, park it at the dock where the stretch is. I'm sure you can figure out where that is, because you know it's on the map. Now you're going to have to push the stretch into the water. I'm probably going to do it really badly. You have to try and push the stretch in a straight line, so you're likely not to flip it upside down. As you can see, that's the most awful push-in ever. The stretch probably flipped upside down. If this happens, just restart the procedure, because it is so frustrating to try and tip it back again. Especially when beaching it, you have to have it the right way up. And there you go, there's a stretch, and yup, it's upside down. I pushed that very badly, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you really quickly, because I'm going to cut the video in a minute, how much harder the stretch is to push than the Manana. You're going to be quite surprised how much heavier this car is. And the heavier the car, the harder it is to flip 180 degrees. So look, it barely moves at all. Anyway, I'll see you at the destination, okay? Right, we're at the destination now, just sort of very close to Fort Staunton, just near the Iron Bridge. This time it's a lot less misty, which is nice, so you can really see where I am. This is actually the place where I beached the heavy explosion-proof speeder from the LCS video, so you could always check that video to really see where the location is. It's exactly the same. Just literally push the stretch, beach it as much as you can, because you're not gonna take any chances here. You've done all this work, you're not screwing it up now. So when you think it's beached enough and it won't move anymore, then obviously get out the boat, and you have to carefully drive the stretch, make sure it doesn't fall back in the water. And now you're going to have to drive it through the finished porter tunnel. For some reason, when you unlock Staunton Island for real, the porter tunnel gets cut off between Staunton and Shoreside Vale. Obviously, because they don't want you to just drive to Shoreside Vale early without officially unlocking it from Staunton Island, because it would be too easy. So it's weird how they leave it open at the beginning of the game, but then they close it later. But anyway, the stretch is now ours, and we can now drive it to the Shoreside Vale safe house. I recommend it to be in Shoreside Vale because, as I said, the porter tunnel gets cut off when you unlock Staunton Island. You can't go back to Shoreside Vale again very easily, so just get the cars out of the way, store them in the garage that's going to be used the least when we unlock Staunton Island. When we unlock Staunton Island, it's going to be between the Portland garage and the Staunton Island garage. We won't have much choice. Whereas at least now we have a big choice. We might as well get to Shoreside Vale. Since there's no traffic in the Porter Tunnel, it's an absolute breeze to drive through it with our beautiful new stretch limo. As you can see, this would normally be cut off if you've unlocked Staunton Island already. And since it's not cut off, there's no cars. It's really nice. And just keep driving until you get to Wichita Gardens. And we'll see if my Manana is still in the garage. I bet you it is. And there we go, welcome to Shoreside Vale. Also check out if there are any purple 9s, guys with purple t-shirts. If you don't see any guys with purple t-shirts, you've got a big problem. Because you have the infamous purple 9s glitch, which means you will not be able to get 100%. Whenever I go to Shoreside Vale early, I'll always mention it to remind you, look out for the guys with purple shirts. Because there are guys with red shirts as well, and they're called the Red Jacks. I won't go into details about them, but they're a gang around this area, and we'll get more involved with them later on in the story. So yep, drive up here towards your safe house, and you can very proudly park the stretch in the garage. So now I have 2 attainable vehicles in Shoreside Vale. I have the stretch now, and the Manana, and in Portland I've got the Explosionproof, sorry, in Portland I have the Bulletproof, Fireproof security car. So I have 3 vehicles now. The Manana, the stretch, and the security car. Yep, park it sort of like that. It's a good way to do it. There we go. That's what I call good storage. I'll show you with bullets, it's completely bulletproof. I haven't got all the weapons to prove the other properties, but in the bonus video at the end of the walkthrough, you're going to see it with your true eyes. Anyway, get back to Portland the way you came.